Are you sure that your schooling system and your education system has equipped you with those very important leadership skills that can change the game for you? Let's find out. Welcome to Enriching Beliefs. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Karthik. Even before I talk about those 10 critical leadership skills that unfortunately education systems do not teach you and me, I want to set a context much before that. Yeah, this is the context. All right, so let's set the context before we get started. The first thing is, I'm not against people in the system, but I'm against the system itself. Why? The system itself was not created to create the kind of opportunities that can open up lots of things for you in your life. It's just created, the system itself is designed in a way that it will only help you to reach to a certain level. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I know for a fact that after being part of this institute, this system of education for more than 15, probably 16 years, it did not help me to even crack a simple interview. It did not help me crack a simple job interview and get into my first job. I was struggling to even do that. All right. And as I said, I'm not against people in the system, but I'm against the system itself. The longest lag time for transformation in any system that we have is in the schooling and in the education system. That's the unfortunate truth we have to deal with, and that's why it's important that you go beyond the school and educate yourself. All right, so now let's look at those 10 important skills that education system do not teach you, which hopefully you have to learn on your own, or hopefully you're doing your best to learn these things. The first one being building trust. Why is it important? We are always taught in the education system that you have to always come first, right? That's the mindset we always are given when you're in the education system. If you're first in the ranking, you're treated as someone great. But if you're not focused on education in the traditional system, if you have some other interest, probably people do not. It's not something which is cool enough, right? Although some education institutes are changing this thing, but still we do not have enough sportsmen who can win lots of gold medals. We do not have enough entrepreneurs like how we have in other areas in the world, other parts of the world, and all those things. And one of the key elements of doing anything that you like to do is the art of building trust with people. And unfortunately, I do not see education system teaching this. You do build great relationship, you do build great friendship within the institutes, but building trust with someone whom you do not know, or someone whom you actually want to be like with them is a different art in itself, which I do not see the education system teaching. First one. The second one being communication with clarity. Why is it important? Communication is one of the key elements when it comes to growing in your life, growing in a career, or in your business. Why? The easier or the more clarity that you have in your communication, the easier people can relate to you as a person. And it's not just about being, really cool about how you communicate. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about the kinds of words that you use. I'm not even talking about that. Are you able to communicate what you want? Are you able to communicate who you are as a person? Are you able to communicate your values, your principles that you stand for? Are you able to communicate your mission, your vision, and what are your goals in your life? And when you do this, when you communicate all these things with clarity, you will automatically see a mission getting formed around you, with you as a leader. Right? I definitely do not see these aspects being taught in the education system. They do teach that, well, you have to come up on the stage and speak and all those things, but other areas of communication, as I just mentioned, definitely lacking in the education system. The third one, importance of purpose, vision, and mission. Let me ask you a question. Do you know who you are? Do you know why are you even born on this earth? Do you know what is your purpose? What's your vision? What's your mission? Until you find answers for these questions, it will be very difficult for you to find meaning in your life, meaning in things that you do. And for sure, education system do not help you reach to these conclusions. This is the third one. Let's look at the fourth question. What does it mean to be passionate about your mission? So when you have the clarity with the question number 3, you will automatically have kind of passion about your mission, right? So if you do not invest time, money and effort understanding what you really like, what are you passionate about, it's very unfortunate that you cannot trust education system to help you with these things. That's the fourth thing. All right. Fifth one, art of listening. We're always taught to be great communicators, and a part of being a great communicator is also being a great listener. If you're constantly in that verbal diarrhea, people are really not going to be able to connect with you. Why? It's not about you, it's about others. People want to be heard, and you have to be a good listener if you want to be heard. And that's a very important leadership skill. Let's look at the sixth point. Building your tribe. I'm not talking about building your gang. You always had your gang when you were in typical educational institutes, when you were in school, when you were in college. But that's not what I'm talking about. A tribe sticks around even beyond the schooling time, or even beyond what you have accomplished within that institute. Why? Because they are driven by certain common vision, common mission. They have a certain code of honor, and they all stand by that. And building a tribe building is a different art in itself. And I doubt if even education systems have this idea of how to build tribes. All right. And me being part of certain communities which actually care about building great tribes, I know that this is a very important leadership skill. All right. This is the sixth one. Seventh one being creativity. Although you have some art kind of a subject when it comes to in your own schooling and when it comes to your college education, how do you enhance your creativity? Most of the people think that it's cool to be a techie. It's cool to know lots of tools and software and all that, but it's only through creativity that anything new gets created, right? Anything that you see around you was once created in someone's mind. That's the power of creativity. And you cannot grow beyond a certain level if you cannot showcase or have this kind of a creativity. Why? This pushes you up vertically and helps you enhance those other skills which you already have. That's something which the institutes lack. Handling failures. The kind of competition that education systems, the college systems create, it only adds up to the pressure, and it only probably fast tracks failure in people, and it never teaches you how you can handle these failures. And what's the result of this? Unfortunate incidents. I see so many mental traumas that students have to go through. I see so many cases where kids who are not even in the high school level, they talk about ending their lives, giving up their lives, right? It's such a pathetic situation to be in. Education system not only helps you handle failures, it only flares things up and creates that bitter competition, that sense of only if you are in the top 1 or 2, you are doing good in your life, and all these kind of things. That's something which the education system definitely did not help me out with. Handling failures. Building your influence. What does it take to build your personal brand? How can you build your influence? What's the importance of building your influence? And what are the benefits of building your influence? How to build it, how not to build it? None of these are taught by the education system. And the studies showcase that it's through your influence that you can actually enhance income in your career, enhance your lifestyle, get that financial freedom and time freedom. It's only because of this influence. Unfortunately, never taught in the education institutes. Number 10, the art of teaching and facilitation. Teaching, yes, we do have, but how do you facilitate? What is this facilitation? No one actually knows. Not just the education system, even the employment system does not teach you. How can you be a great facilitator? What is facilitation? It's about making things easy for people, and education system is only about stuffing information after information after information into the heads. That's not what creates transformation. Facilitation creates transformation, and I understood it after going through a master facilitation program that was by Blair Singer, and that's when I understood the importance of how you can be a facilitator, how you can create transformation then and there. Yeah, so all these things I never see the education institution even thinking about or helping their students with. And if you think these are all important for you to grow in your career, I have few steps for you. I'll leave certain links below where you can join my private FB group. You can be part of my Telegram group, where my mission is to help someone like you become that leader who can enhance their income, who can enhance their impact, who can create that lifestyle they actually deserve, and be that legend they actually are meant to be. I leave those links. You can check them out. And I also have a 21-day goal writing challenge. Make use of that. It's a free challenge that I've created because it's through goals that you can enhance the quality of your life and lifestyle. Check that out, be part of it, and hopefully someday we'll catch up live. Yeah. So these are the 10 really important skills that education institutes never teach. And just think of it in the perspective of leadership. Just think that you are a leader, and if you do not, or if you're not equipped with all the skills, building trust. If you can't build trust, you definitely can't be a leader. And if you do not have leadership skills, I'm sorry to say that it's very difficult for you to grow in your career. Communication with clarity, super important. If you can't tell your unit what they have to do, they're just going to be everywhere. You're not going to be achieving those goals. Purpose, vision, mission. How else can you drive people? How else can you motivate and inspire people? Through purpose, vision, and mission. Being passionate about your mission. What you showcase is what people are going to emulate. You as a leader, if you are not passionate about your own mission, if you don't show your passion, people are never going to get that energy from you. Art of listening. Leadership is about making success easy for others. If you can't listen, you will never know what they want. Building your tribe. Super important skill. How do you build it? What makes a strong tribe? How can you keep moving as a strong unit? Creativity. What kind of importance does creativity have in enhancing our quality of life? Let's forget income and all those things. How can that enhance our quality of life? Very important to know. Handling failures. Right? If Edison did not know how to handle failures, he would have given up after, let's say, 100 attempts. We would have never seen a light bulb in our life. Right? Building your influence. How does one build their personal brand, their influence? It can be online or offline, either ways. Right? The art of teaching and facilitation, so that you can create transformation in the lives of people then and there. You don't have to wait for a year or a month or something like that. You can transform people just through this art of facilitation. And if you're able to resonate with it, again, as I said, do subscribe to this channel, because I'll be sharing very important and deep stuff like this. And I'm not just going to be talking about certain tools and stuff. These are going to be very important skills and principles that is going to enhance you and you as a person in your profession as well. Yeah, so do join these links, and I'll catch you in one of those groups where I help you and where I give myself this opportunity to serve you, so that you can be part of that mission, so that we all can co-create great leaders of the future. Thank you so much for joining. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.